So you're 21 years old with $21,000 in your checking account. You've been wholesaling real estate for the last year and a half, and you've come to the conclusion that you can give more to the world than sitting on a phone for 4 to 6 hours a day asking people if they want to sell their property. You have more to offer to the world. So you've decided that it's time to work yourself out of this wholesale real estate rat race. By this time, you've come across another real estate investing technique called seller financing. You've come across a deal that allows you to purchase the property on a land contract, so you don't have to put the entire $50,000, $60,000 down for the property. You can pay this over the course of a 5-year period. You work out the terms and you're now cash flowing $320 a month. You're on your way to getting out of the wholesale real estate rat race, right? Well, what happens is the next couple of months, you're earning that $320 a month. And now for whatever reason, you hit a dry spell in your wholesale real estate career, so you're not closing properties. And on top of that, one day the tenant calls you and they say, "Hey, Mr. Landlord, my basement is overflowing. Can you send somebody out here?" So you send a contractor out to the property. The contractor expressed to you that the sewage line from the street to the house needs to be replaced. It costs $10,000. Mind you, you haven't closed a deal in a couple of months and you had $21,000 a couple of months ago in your checking account. That being said, the property itself is only cash flowing $320 a month. This is a real life story. And what I found out from this story is that for me, working myself out of the wholesale real estate rat race did not include me becoming a full-time landlord right away. So how I solved this issue is by being a clever investor, and I had some great relationships and somebody bailed me out of that specific deal. This was my first investment property at 21 years old. Real life situation. See, the thing about this situation is that I learned at an early age, thankfully, that wholesaling real estate is a rat race. In order to work yourself out of this rat race, you have to use your wholesale real estate investments. Your wholesale real estate investments include really kind of two things, but mainly one thing. That main thing is money, wholesale real estate money. Now, what you do with that wholesale real estate money is all up to you, and that determines if you're able to work yourself out of this rat race, which it is a rat race. So the first thing you can do with this money is go shopping, right? Go on some nice shopping sprees, or maybe even go on vacation. Go on vacation to wherever you want. Another thing that you can do is move across the country. I've done that a couple of times. But another thing that most of us as real estate wholesalers starting off as real estate investors at the bottom level, we aim to reach real estate investor level, right? So we aim to invest in real estate. We use our wholesale real estate money, which is one of the two assets, which really I say is the main one. We use our wholesale real estate money, our wholesale real estate investment, right? And we take this and invest it into real estate, right? Now, why do we invest this into real estate? Well, we hope, again, to become investors with a big rental portfolio. That way we can work ourselves out of basically another rat race with wholesaling real estate. However, the way that we do this is over time. So we invest in this real estate to build a real estate portfolio, a rental portfolio, right? Over time, as time passes, this rental portfolio, we hope, again, that we can live off the passive income from this rental portfolio. And that is the idea of working yourself out of the wholesale real estate rat race, using your wholesale real estate assets, investments, which starting off is cash, right? So at the cash level of using this to break out of the wholesale real estate rat race, the problem is if this doesn't work, which most likely to supplement your income, it will not work starting off. In order for it to work, you have to become what's called a flipper, right? With a focus on BRRRR method, which is to buy, rent, rehab, and refinance the property. This way you're able to take that property, then do it again, right? Take the equity from it after you refinance, and then do it again, do it again, do it again. This way you're collecting the passive income from the rent, and also you're collecting the equity to go invest into another project. And maybe you take a little bit off the top for your life and your lifestyle. But that, again, is not a wholesale real estate investment. That's becoming a flipper with a focus in the BRRRR method. So to work yourself out of the wholesale real estate rat race, that isn't the answer. It's not investing in real estate. It's going to take you a long time to build up income to invest back into your wholesale real estate process and also to be able to control the lifestyle, supplement the income that you were just earning from wholesale real estate. With that example I gave you guys in the beginning, I was earning $320, right? That would have took a bunch of deals for me to earn $320, for me to supplement my wholesale real estate income. And let's just say, for the sake of this video, $120,000, meaning $10,000 a month. So in order for me to earn $10,000 a month through being a flipper or anything like that, it would take a bunch of properties for me to earn this income passively, right? Because I want to supplement my wholesale real estate income. That being said, guys, what is our other option? The only other option that we have is time. To use the wholesale real estate investment money to buy us more time. That's the only thing that we can possibly do. But why would we do this, right? You may be thinking, if I'm a real estate wholesaler, I'm already spending so much time trying to get my first deal, trying to get my deal in general. I'm on the phone 4 to 6 hours a day. I'm calling people, I'm trying to get this deal. I'm investing all of this time and I'm not seeing much back. So how do I use more time to get me out of a rat race, which requires time in the first place? Well, for one, you can check out the video that we did last week where we speak about wholesale real estate, escaping the wholesale real estate rat race. And I give you various examples of how you can use the time. But to stay here just for a brief second, I would really want you guys to realize that for you as a real estate investor, and you are starting off at the base level as a wholesale, a wholesaler or whatever, but you're a real estate investor. But the reason you're starting off at the base level is because you don't have the money to just go out and buy a property. Again, become the BRRRR method. You don't have the capital to put up in the first place. So this is why you're starting off as a wholesale real estate investor. So I'm trying to get you guys to go from starting off with no money in the beginning, like myself at 19 years old, to coming and having $120,000 passive income, $10,000 a month, to supplement your wholesale real estate income. I'm trying to get you guys to do this, which first off, in order to even do this, the first thing you have to change is your mindset. Make sure to check out Money Mondays. I'll put the link up there, and also the link will be in the description. But you have to change the way you think about money in order for this to happen. And over the last 4 years, I have changed the way I've thought about money through my actions and also through my belief system. And I can do the same for you or help you guys by, again, clicking that link. But the reason why you have to do that is because you'll realize that you have self-limiting beliefs that are going to be in a way of you accomplishing this. But to get back to the time factor, guys, the time is what got you to the point where now you're at the place where you're wholesaling real estate for maybe 1.5 years, 2 years, and you're earning money, doing whatever your lifestyle is, and you're not even in the physical location. That was the time. You didn't start off with money. So what this means is, in order to get to another level of success, another level of escaping this wholesale real estate rat race, in order to do this, you have to invest more time, right? Now the money still plays a factor, and I'm going to break it down for you. Now the money still plays a factor. The money plays a factor because the money will buy you free time. Remember, time is not free. Remember, if you started off in the beginning, you more than most likely was working a full-time job, right? You were working a full-time job and you were using that time after work when you had that was free to invest it back into the wholesale real estate process. You have to use the same thought process. Remember, it's a mindset thing. You have to use this same thought process as you transition to another level of success. And this thought process is staying consistent on what got me to where I'm at. So in the beginning, it could have been your full-time job, but you were looking to do something else. Make your own schedule, live a life like a boss. And that being said, you had to stay consistent with your full-time job to even get to that level of becoming a full-time real estate investor by means of wholesaling real estate. Now you're living like a boss, right? But what comes with living like a boss is actually being able to make moves when you want to make moves, which, as you and I both know, at this current stage of wholesale real estate process, you can't just make moves when you want to make moves how you want to make them fully. You got to level up again. But in order to level up, you have to buy yourself more time to focus on another avenue to level up in. So what this looks like is you invest your wholesale real estate time, your wholesale real estate money, to buy you more time so you can invest that time into something else. And again, check out last week's video if you like an idea on what to invest it in. But here's you looking at one of my investments right here. Me doing this. So that being said, as you invest your time into this other level, you simultaneously have to stay consistent with the level that you're at until one day, not too soon from now, faithfully, what you're investing your time in supplements what you're doing. Faithfully, it'll supplement and even outgrow or outdo and outperform what you're currently doing. No different than if you were once, let's say working at a car detailer, at a car wash, and you were earning $20,000 a month, but you use your time to invest it into something else, and that something else, you ended up earning $21,000 literally within your first month of full-time investing, to earn $84,000 in your first year at 21 years old. A full-time investing, starting off at zero. You started off just with a thought, just with an idea of how to make this thing happen. So you went from that, and now you're trying to go to something way bigger. In order to do that, you're going to have to use your wholesale real estate investments. And that investment is money. But use that money to invest it back into the time. And as long as you are living in the place where you want to be and you're doing what you want to do in life, then that time is going to literally breed a whole different life. It's going to birth a whole different life that you made. And you made it not by paying for it, but by investing. In other words, you got to step in.